with me, Bobby, and him, Josiah. Um, Sorry about the noise if you can hear it. Our neighbors play the music up loud. Sorry if that affects the audio or if you can hear a weird noise.
It's going to be like pop music, abrasive pop music.
Well, it used to be like hardcore or like EDM.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. and they would play it out over the parking lot too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the Spice Rack. Where Josiah and I are just going to play some silly magic. Today we're going to do a little bit of League. We are in the last week of our Theros Block League, which, we made some pretty sweet boxes for it. You got your name on there and it says Theros. Then we have our reporting sheets where you record. We made some pretty sweet, check it out in the camera, Theros Block League. You can see Josiah's record. But basically what we're going to do with the Spice Rack is just, talk about magic, hang out. From time to time we'll feature some spicy brews that we have curated ourselves. Should be pretty good.
I think that working in a magic shop or a place where you have magic events a lot, you get burnt out on seeing the same decks or talking to the same people about the same cards and stuff like that. So this should be a fun program where Bobby and I kind of reflect on the times when people really just enjoy playing Magic. And that's why League has been a really fun thing, is because people just play and have fun. And you get to go back to funny, doofy blocks like Theros, where the games aren't super fun or crazy, but you get to just hang out with people and enjoy playing Magic again. And kind of the funny thing about people who make doofy brews or kind of fringe decks in any format is you can tell they're doing it because they really enjoy a certain card or an interaction. And so win or lose, those people are normally having a lot of fun. And so Bobby and I think, identify with those people a lot.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of what the Spice Rack, I think, will be, is just us in different formats and with different people just kind of taking cards that we enjoy and doing something with them, or showing you formats that we really enjoy, because Magic, you can do anything and have a lot of fun doing it. So we really didn't know what to do, so this first one we just thought we'd play really bad Theros Magic for everybody.
Yeah, we just, Theros block, whatever. We have two very different strategies in the same colors somehow. I'm kind of worried about this matchup. I haven't had the best track record this league.
Well, let me check. Okay, I've lost to you, and then we didn't play week 2, which is weird.
Yeah.
We definitely played more than once, but it says I lost to you, and I assume you beat me again. That's why I didn't write it down.
I've got 1 win and 1 loss to you.
Okay.
So
I didn't even write that win down. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. I wrote my own name. Yeah, but in League has been an interesting thing Wizards been doing. It's just super limited. And so we've kind of started doing it at the store. And to make it interesting, we've just been doing old packs or old blocks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we also allow a free mulligan. So there's a chance that whoever wins the dice roll will probably be throwing away their hand for free 7.
High roll?
Yep.
That's a 7, guys.
That's an 8. That's 1 more.
That's an 8. That's more.
Math. I just can't do this hand at all. So I think you can see that. I'm trying to figure it out well.
Well, I'll look down while you show it to the camera.
No, it's perfectly
I can
fine.
See the screen.
It's literally just blue mana and then only white spells.
Well, I'm going to keep this one. So if you can see this one on screen, it's 7 Theros block cards with a decent split of mana to not mana cards. So we'll try this one out and hopefully it will work. It would probably be better if I could read and if I knew how to count. But I assume this is 7 cards because he didn't tell me otherwise. Yeah, we've got some pretty spicy brews lined up for the next for the next episode. We're gonna get them all fleshed out and tuned up and ready to go, and then we'll play a few games with them on the next episode. I think we're gonna try to do this at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, right?
We're gonna try. This is better, but not very good.
I mean, it's the holidays and such, so store life's busy. That's part of working in a card shop. Is sometimes you end up working a lot more during the holidays.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this fancy plains and then pass.
Alright, I'm gonna draw, and we are going to play a Nick's Fleece Ram and try my best to remember the trigger.
Nice.
Pass.
Yeah, probably with this, we're probably going to go to a bunch of different formats. I personally really enjoy Commander, so maybe we'll get some funny Commander decks or some multiplayer games. Pass, I have nothing. I think Bobby's gotten way more into Modern recently.
Yeah.
At the store, there's a good bit of really good Modern players that go out to other cities and play and compete and do really well, and because of that, it's allowed the people to work here to kind of get a better knowledge of that and get good people in here telling us about good decks they're playing. Yo, I have nothing passed.
I'll help you out with it. End of turn. Flash in Dictative Crew Fix. Okay. Untap up, keep gain a life because of my sheep. Draw 2 cards for the turn. Play a land and play Eidolon of Rhetoric.
Nice, that's a sucky card for me. My turn?
Yes, sir.
Draw 2 cards?
Yep.
So I was really excited about Theros block. Because I'm stupid and I didn't play during. Yo, I play 2 colors, by the way. There's only.
Not right now, you don't.
I'm gonna play Supply Line Cranes. When it enters, put a 1/1 on target creature. Yep. But yeah, so I think the next one we're gonna try to do Modern, which will be funny because it's basically gonna be Bobby and I, 2 format amateurs building really goofy, inefficient decks, I think.
Yeah, we're just going to clash decks with a similar idea into each other and see what happens. Evanescent Intellect, also known as Evanescence Intellect.
Nice. A very emotional card.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And then I will put Oppressive Raise on your Cranes.
Can't do anything, can't attack or block unless I pay 3, can't activate abilities unless I pay 3.
Yep.
Nice.
Pass.
Alright, I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
We did it, fam.
I thought I'd help you out with your mana base a little bit there.
Thanks, Doug. But the 1 spell per turn is really the more problematic.
I'm a cheater. We got to go back. I can't play that. I played Evanescence Intellect.
Nice. So this is going to happen a lot, I think. One of us will cheat.
Yeah.
Once again, Theros is garbage, by the way, so it's really not our fault.
1 spell a turn.
Yeah.
Put myself back. Guess I got an Oppressive Raise in my hand.
I'm going to tap 5 for Ornithach, whatever it is. When it enters, we do Tribute 2, so you either let it become a 5/5 or I get 2 1/1 birds with flying.
Tribute.
So you're going to let me have them?
Yeah, they're your +2 counters.
Okay. And I guess I'll swing 3 in the air.
3 in the air.
Now that I'm less oppressed.
Yeah. I'll take it and go to 19.
Pass after that.
Go back up to 20. God, I'm bad at this game. I know what I did wrong. I suck. Reprisal.
You're going to destroy this one's?
Yeah, and I gotta draw another card for the turn because I'm bad at Magic.
This is going to my graveyard.
Play a land. That's gone. That was my 1 card for the turn. Pass.
Nice. But yeah, I'm trying to think of where this show originally came from. This is like Bobby's brainchild. Bobby's been playing and working at a card shop for a very long time.
A decade.
And so I think that it's like a ebb and flow of like I'm really into Magic and then I'm like really not into Magic. But right now I think we're both into Magic. We're doing cool stuff at the store. Ixalan's a really cool set. League has been a really fun thing, which I think has allowed us to just be like, yo, I'm into Magic right now.
Oh yeah, no, League is really like Because it's a single shot pickup game, and if there are people in the store that want to play League, you play League. It's very casual in its aspect, but it's not as
Exile that.
irresponsible. Mill you 3.
Okay.
And you exiled the Eidolon?
Yes.
Okay. Eidolon is gone.
And then, can I now play more than one spell?
You can now play more than one spell.
Baby! I hate my life a little less right now. I'm going to play this. Traveler's Amulet.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to crack it. Put this into my dumb hand. I don't know if I played a land this turn.
I don't know either. Go ahead and play a land. We'll look back on the video on demand only on Twitch.tv
so
and see if you did.
You cheated once, so I'm going to cheat once.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to play this. Oops. We'll fix that.
Hi, guys.
And I'm going to play a Crowan Mastiff and then swing 3.
17.
Then I'll pass.
Go up to 18.
But yeah, so far on this channel, I guess, I really don't know what it's called. We've played D&D through the Shopkeeper's Quest. That's kind of Steven's brainchild. He plays a lot of D&D with his friends at home, and so he decided to include us in it.
Probably a bad idea. I don't know yet.
That?
No.
D&D?
Including us on D&D.
Nice, dude. You feel good about that?
I feel way better now.
Good.
2 spells this turn. Pass.
I'm going to draw twice from Dictate.
Yeah.
Play this. I can't talk right now because I actually have to think about Magic for like a second. That sucks.
There is exactly 1 league point at stake here, so, you know.
This is pretty real.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I guess first, we're going to bestow this guy. So now he's a 4/4 with flying because of the Nimbus Naiad, which having that many A's and I's next to each other is like very frustrating. Then I'm going to swing for 4.
Yep.
4 damage. I'll give it +2/+2 and I'll scry 1.
Alright, so you're going to swing for 6?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to 12.
Let me keep that on top.
Alright.
And then I'll pass.
Go to 13.
But D&D's been fun. But Magic's more where I have a better understanding. In D&D,
Yeah.
I'm asking questions way more.
Well, guys, this is very consistent for what I've been doing these last
Cheating?
2 turns.
Does that card say I cheat?
It says, I hate Magic. That's it, boys. Fast Track's over. Episode 1 sucked. We're done. Don't want to play anymore. Well, Oppressive raised that guy too.
Oh! Okay.
And then I'm going to put Sunbond on my sheep.
What does that do?
Whenever I gain a life, I put that many 1/1 counters on this creature.
Okay.
So, we'll pass.
I'm going to draw 2 of these dang cards. Pretty cool. Pretty dumb.
We're playing Magic, boys
Okay.
and girls. There might be girls watching the stream.
I sure hope so.
Me too.
I'm going to play Aqueous Form.
What does that do?
I mean, I can pay 3 and attack with this. You understand that, right?
Yeah, no, I understand that very well. What does Aqueous Form do?
Just makes it super unblockable.
Um,
Eidolon, I'm going to bestow it on a Crowan Mastiff. It's getting +1/+1 for each creature and for each enchantment I control. So it's currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting +5/+5, so it's a 9/9. I'm going to pay 3 and swing with a 9/9.
yeah, I'll go to 4. Cool.
And I get to scry when I attack.
Swinging with Optimus Prime there. I don't know what I'm going to do.
And then I'll pass. I put that to the bottom as well.
He just like picked up all kinds of parts off the battlefield. Draw 2.
But this is like, yeah, you're basically in Theros. You're literally just like suiting up people. Everyone is doing the exact same thing. I'm trying to think of the highlights of League. There's like one person who plays.
5.
She's literally pulled Nylea and Perforos, and so literally and she changed her deck like every week, and so you basically don't know which god you're getting beat down by. Flyers has been a big hit.
Top, pass,
This week.
die.
I'm gonna draw 2 Dane cards. Play one of them. You might have tricks. So we'll see what you got first. Tap 3, swing for 9.
No tricks.
Yeah!
How many cards are left in your library? 4?
4.
Cool. It's close. So, what I needed was that. That enchantment gives my creature flying, and I might have been able to buy some more time.
What time is it? How quick do we go?
I don't know. What time is it? We were planning on... Oh, I didn't bring my phone with me.
Whatever. We'll look
What does the computer say?
2:21. We'll play another game, but I did win.
He did win the league game. We'll just play another one for funsies.
Yeah. Gives us more time to talk.
Yeah. This one doesn't count. There's no league points at stake here.
Because I won the 1.
Yeah, he got the 1. I did not win the 1. Boy, this doesn't bode well. I hope this doesn't start a trend where I lose every game.
Well, normally he beats people because, like, in League, he somehow always gets stuck with Mill, which is funny because I don't think he enjoys playing Mill.
I hate Mill so much, but it's every time I open my packs, it's the most viable strategy that I have, and the 3 out of 4 leagues so far.
Yeah, and so I think, and also back to the whole fun Magic thing is like the idea of an alternate win con in a 30-card format such as League is funny, and so he knows openly that he might lose. And he still does that anyways. And so he's known as the guy that you're like, you know, we're racing this guy. He's going to try to get rid of my cards. I'm going to try to beat him.
Well, the other thing is, okay, so my primary mill card in this league is Dictative Crewfix, which means I'm just filling your hand full and...
Chock full of the good stuff?
Literally, when you get to draw 2 cards a turn, you're just having fun.
Yeah.
You're getting to play things. You don't have a dead hand. You draw 2 cards a turn. That's not drawing 2 lands in a row, back to back. You got them off of there. So like, yeah, that's meal sort of, but it's to my own detriment. Like they're not going to the yard; they're going into the red zone.
Yeah, you got me Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I know. But so like,
and that guy's silly. Eidolon of whatever countless battles. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, like
you can play first.
All right, I will play first this time. We're going to do some spicy Marty lists coming up.
Ugh.
I won't give too many hints because I'm hoping that you'll tune in to see exactly what kind of spicy Marty list I'm going to do and what spicier Marty list Josiah is going to do. I think his is very viable in an actual real format, not just the spice rack.
Like I was saying, Bobby's getting way into Modern. So our boss is here. He's just like touching stuff.
Ignore
or
me.
it's a ghost.
Oh!
It's a really big weird ghost.
Bye.
But Bobby's been getting into playing more Modern, but I happen to, at the store, work the night Modern's played, so I often get to sell the cards and or talk with people about their decks, and I've also been playing long enough to sometimes give an opinion that's good or not, but like there's been a few decks I've really enjoyed hearing about and reading about, and so I've made a little weird tech which has changed the identity of a deck that I think, oh, this is garbage beans. We're throwing that way. I'm going to 6, which doesn't happen in League very often.
I'm going to keep this because it's 7 cards, and I don't know. Probably bad. But that's okay.
And then, but so this Theros League, this is the last week, and so at the end of this week, we'll be paying prize support to people who come throughout the month to play League. Then we're doing an unstabled League, which has a lot of, whether you like League or Limited, or whether you like Modern or decks or not, that should be something that's interesting a lot of people.
I've heard a lot of negative feedback on having an unstable league just because of how silly it is. But it's also important to remember that the league that we're trying to portray here is a fun environment. And
Yo, this sucks, but let's do it.
if you're getting serious over unstable league and the games are making you mad, you've missed the entire point of unstable and the league. Like, yeah, go ahead and take that seriously. It's a casual league where you play one-shot games.
Or you're playing, I guess.
Yeah, like, just crazy. Vortex Elemental.
Yeah, we did an Innistrad flashback league, so this isn't the first block constructed. We did Innistrad, the original one, and that was a very funny league because there were like 3 Snapcasters running around, and I was Snapcaster into Dreadwaters several times. And so the league, like I said, or like we've kind of preached,
Omen Speaker.
Scry 2, it's all about fun, and so the Unstable League is going to be like probably more fun than normal because we probably won't be playing much Magic as more as just learning what cards do every day.
Yeah. I feel like we'll have to do some sort of
Pass.
some sort of house rules for some of the cards when we start the league, just because there are certain things that are just kind of weird in the set. Swing 1.
Nice. First blood on your side of the board.
Yeah, like, pass. Like 2 or better than 1. The one where you get a 2-headed giant partner or something.
So I want you guys to look at this real quick and then look at this card and tell me how that doesn't work. In the comments, please let me know why I suck. Pass.
So, like, we're going to have to come up with rules for having a 2-headed giant opponent, or like whenever you get a teammate, you know, and we're going to have rules for the pack one where you add a booster pack or whatever. Like, if you add a booster pack to your pools, those cards are probably going to have to come out in between games. So, there's that. And swing 1.
Woo!
Pass.
Daddy's coming in hot. Yo, this card does not help me. Pass.
End of turn, let's flash in Dictate.
Sick. I'll need that.
I'm going to help you out here.
Thanks, man. But also, I mean, I thought about it today. Like, I'll probably do 1 or 2 drafts, just being at the store and working over the next weekend because we're just jamming unstable drafts.
Swing 1.
But it's like after those few drafts, I really won't want to open packs, but I really want those bled through lands. Ooh, Archetype of Courage.
What's that guy do?
All my stuff has first strike. You can't have or gain first strike.
Cool.
Pass. So everybody wants those lands, and so League gives the rare opportunity of everyone, instead of just opening 1 pack for 1 card that you may or may not want, aside from like collector's value, you all of a sudden get to actually have to play with the cards, which is funny.
I'm
The
target
Millman.
him with that and bounce that back to your hand. And pass.
So we're getting a lot of full arts, I think, over the next month of League. Oh, I have to draw my extra card.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited about that. Like, even if you just buy the packs and play in the league once or twice and have fun, you buy your weekly pack and all that, you play a couple games, the lands are more than going to make up for what you do. What's that guy do?
2 birds, or he's a 5/5.
Enjoy your 5/5.
So you have Reprisal in your hand? Pass.
In the turn, we'll mill you 3.
Okay.
And we'll also reprisal that guy.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Pass.
Draw 2.
See, the game's going much differently the second time.
Play a land. 5 for a Thassa's Devourer. Mill 2.
And then, like I said earlier, I think Ixalan's really good. So probably at some point, Bobby and I will showcase our standard brews, which really aren't brews at all as much as they are just saffron olive rips.
Yeah.
But we got to give it up to that guy.
Yeah,
That guy
yeah.
does very fun stuff in Magic.
I do like to take something that he's done and change it all around.
Vanguard of Brimaz, 2/2 Vigilance, Heroic. Whenever I target him, I put a 1/1 cat with Vigilance on the battlefield.
Yep.
Who's milling me?
This guy and this guy.
Who's milling me more?
This guy.
Die side. Exile it.
He's exiled.
Or no, exile the enchantment. I can only exile an enchantment.
Oh, okay.
Last time it worked because you had it on an enchantment creature.
Yeah.
Then I'll pass.
Keep draw 2.
But yeah, the standard decks have been really fun. Because, yeah, his decks are really funny. I think Bobby plays Grixis Amulet that Saffron Olives played, and that deck was, like, doing a lot of things. And I play his weird, like, Dino Ramp deck that came out maybe a couple weeks ago, which I tinkered with mine a little bit more just because I'm just putting funny things to aid from the cow. I really like Gear Hulks, so I'm trying to aid Gear Hulks.
I'm gonna oppressive raise your guy.
Nice, seems good.
Trigger, mill 2.
Oh, it's not looking good. I think I'm gonna lose.
I'm gonna play Sunbond on him and return my oppressive raise to my hand. You'll mill 2 when I play Sunbond.
Okay,
Oppressive raise your guy.
nice.
Mill 2.
Yeah,
Pass.
you think you're slick, don't you? You think you're real funny. I have no clue. This isn't looking too good. Whew. I'm not gonna scoop. Can't do that.
No, don't scoop. Probably should have just played mono blue. Look at that garbage.
I'm gonna flex on you though.
Alright, let's
Just put that guy on that guy. Just so you know. And then Nick's Born Triton, he's just a 2/3. So I guess I do make a cat. I'm gonna rifle around. Okay, here we go. And then I'll pass and accept my fate.
You know, I just noticed the music stopped.
Which music? Oh, next door.
The next door music. I think they're watching our stream.
That'd be sick.
That's what it is.
They're CrossFit, so there's like no reason why they should be watching this. But the idea of them watching is funny.
Sorry.
Which is it, Bobby?
This one. Mill 2.
On this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I can mill 1, so.
Yeah.
Would you like to pass the turn?
Yes, pass the turn.
Okay. I lose. The alternative win con in Magic the Gathering.
I hate Mill so much. Like, literally, like, it's my least favorite deck archetype, like, in general. Just in general. I enjoy, honestly, one of my favorite things to do in Magic is to just left one, is to just copy spells. That's what I want to do. I want a 2-for-1 with a spell. Like,
and I think, when the Grixis Amulet video first came out, Bobby, having playing Pyromancer Goggles in Modern, I was like, man, this deck has like fully used that new flip land. I don't know which one it is, Primal Amulet. And he hadn't seen the stream yet. I was like, dude, you have to watch this because it's got your name written all over it.
yeah, no, I like the deck. I need to work on it a little bit. I need to work on me a little bit because I was playing it terribly on Friday. And probably just tune it a little bit more for the meta. I had to play against some really weird things on Friday too, so you know, like whatever that. Yeah, I played Goggles almost its entire rotation through Standard, and now I'm playing it in Modern. And eventually I'll do some kind of few games with that. Josiah and I will play a few games with that, you know. As far as like meta decks go, I think I play Martyr Proc a little bit. Now it's fun, but it's not my primary like fun deck to play. I really like the Goggles Tron.
You're doing like one thing in Martyr Proc. You're like, which is Proclamation of Rebirth and Squad Hawks and Martyr of Sands.
Martyr of Sands. Most of the time I spend just cycling Squad Hawks through the deck with Mistbell Planes and more Squad Hawks. Like, the more birds, the better.
Yeah.
I really wish, and I know they're not going to do it because it warped standard so much when they did it, but another similar version to Squad Hawks with a different name.
Well, they did that. There's that vampire that does that. The Conquistadors.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I think it's a bear that says, when you play Legion Conquistadors, go find another Legion Conquistadors. But it's like, I think maybe it costs 3. It's like not good.
Yeah.
Because it's Squad Hawks 2 or 1?
It's 2 for a 1/1 flyer.
Yeah. So this is just a dumb 2/2 that does nothing.
Now, to date myself, I used to play a card called Welkin Hawk back in the day that was similar, but I want to say you only get to go get one at a time.
One Welkin Hawk.
Yeah, when you play a Welkin Hawk, you can go get another one. But, like, it's still not bad.
It's not bad. Magic's fun.
Especially back then.
But yeah, so I think that as far as how I see things happening is like, I would like to explore all the funny formats and kind of talk about them and what we deal with kind of working at a shop, and like he's kind of talking, he plays Martyr Proc, but like, he would much rather play something a little more fun. So constantly we're talking about what we can build, hence why we probably won't show us playing those decks. We'll show us playing something goofier that's modern legal. So it's like, we'll probably hit up every format, try to talk about it from our perspective, and just kind of play decks or formats that we find really fun.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to play cards that make me happy.
And like Pauper, we'll probably play Pauper, which, it's starting to get big here. I really don't know how big Pauper is throughout the nation or anything like that. But I just saw the new Pauper list that makes infinite mana and pays.
Really?
It makes infinite mana very slowly. It's like a 4-card combo, and then it sinks 8 mana at a time into a thing that lightning bolts you. It's like, I think it's something from BFZ. It's like Valakut Igniter or something.
Yeah.
Pay 8, deal 3 to target creature player.
Yeah. They've done a few of those cards in the past where you pay an exorbitant amount to
Crazy.
do a simple thing.
Yeah, and a deck that really speaks to me is like Inside Out combo, because I really like Madness and discarding for efficient spells, and so the deck plays what's that one? Circular Logic, and basically discards to the main win con, makes him a 21 unblockable creature. So it's like, those are kind of the funny decks we're talking about and the funny formats we might try to explore together. And luckily at our store we have a lot of really good players that just come in and ask for cards and play in our events. And so I think it's made us better players and will kind of give us a well-rounded experience to talk about this stuff, hopefully.
I don't know if anything's going to make me a better player.
Yeah.
Well,
we get beat efficiently.
Yeah.
We can know how we lost well.
There's this stigma of, I gotta beat the guy behind the counter, and as it turns out, usually the guy behind the counter is not as good as you think he is, because he's got to go mop the bathroom floor.
Yeah, he's spending time cleaning the bathroom instead of practicing his craft.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think for us, maybe at one point in time, either of us were really competitive, much like the people that we serve, hopefully. But I think that working at a shop like this, you end up looking at cards so much that you end up being more dialed into the fun way of breaking cards. And so, I really like watching game nights, because they did an iconic draft, but they did it in this weird format that the main guy Josh, they, instead of opening 6 packs, or instead of drafting it, they did 12 packs sealed. So they opened 12 packs of iconic each. And they all 4 of them, and then they played a 4-player game of just sealed, and so each of them had 4 of cards, and just their deck was filled with crazy bombs, and so that was an interesting kind of fun way of playing a super powerful set like Iconic Masters. So hopefully we can do a lot of the formats or do fun things like that. So if you have any suggestions of fun formats, I've never played Frontier, which is, what is it? Is it standard with fetches? I don't really know.
I want to say they go back to the fetches, but they don't go all the way back to the shocks.
Okay.
So I think it starts at cons and comes forward, but I'm not entirely certain on that. That's something we'll have to look into, and we might even just figure one out on our own.
Well, I looked one time because somebody was talking about how they built a Frontier deck and it didn't get much popularity in town. And I looked at it, and basically every deck is like 4 or 5 colors.
Oh yeah.
Because of the fixing, but it's all slower kind of fixing.
Yeah.
You're like fetching into like bad duels or
ones that come into play tap.
yeah. And so they're just playing like the BFZ like duels, and then they're like fetching them. And so every deck, they're not really doing anything until like turn 3 or 4, and it's very slow. But it's stuff like that maybe it will push us to learn a little bit about that. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let us know, and hopefully we'll talk about interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I tried to hit unstable just because those bleed through full arts are awesome, and I want all of them.
I really can't wait for Unstable to see what happens. I want everyone to have a good time, and if you can think of something that you want to address, like a
we can complain
rule.
about our house rules or complain about reprints or anything like that. We can complain about those.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't hate reprints. I like the master sets. I mean, there's zero reason for Mishra's Bauble to be $40.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good card, it's great, it goes in Death Shadow, play it, great, perfect, it serves its purpose. It needed to be reprinted.
Well, I'll say this, what I'm mad about is how ugly the master symbols are.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, you have like Lorwyn, you have the Ixalan, the little like compass map is super cool, Amonkhet's Pyramid was like super kind of 3D and awesome, and like, for me, symbol art, the little that was like the coolest shit to me.
The scimitar from Arabian Nights. As a kid, I thought that was just like the coolest thing.
Yeah, and then it's like, but whenever they do these crazy $10 reprint sets, they have the most garbage symbol, and so maybe we could just complain about that.
They have to come up with a shape on their own. Like Ixalan, they know they're doing pirates, so they're going to do like a starship's wheel. They know they're doing pyramids, but then it's like Modern Masters. What shape specifically does that well? Well, what if we just make an oval with some bites out of it or something? Just like, or what about this weird shield-looking thing that's a circle?
And then, I guess I'd like to, because I think we got to get off here soon, and so I appreciate you all for watching us play our goofy limited league match. But kind of going back to fun ways to enjoy Magic, we're at Level Up right now, but that's where Bobby and I work, and that's where we stream from. But this Saturday, where we normally play Legacies, we're going to also play Legacy. We're doing a con slot. And so this was like a funny little fun thing we came up with, and we don't know how much fun it's going to be to play.
Yeah.
We'll probably report back next week with the results of that, maybe bring our decks in and show you what we built. But I'll let Bobby explain it. It was more his brainchild than mine.
So we came across basically a sealed box of Onslaught tournament decks, the 75 card random decks. They're all sealed up, and we found that, and I was trying to think of what would be a good way to play with these.
Because Onslaught packs are like too expensive to like supplement them with.
Yeah, and like, what would you put with that? Well, why not the set that the Onslaught fetches, the cards the set is most popular for, why not put those with it and supplement it with that? And then, what if you happen to open your Onslaught tournament kit and there's a fetch in there, and you open one of your packs and there's a fetch in there, and they just happen to be the same fetch colors that work with Siege Rhino. Like,
so that'd be Windswept Heath, probably, and then black.
Just a Windswept Heath and a Polluted Delta, and you're there.
Yeah, you're just doing things.
Yeah, you can fix your mana with that.
Yeah.
Because Siege Rhino costs 4. It's whatever. You'll get there. I promise. And like, it'll be Savage Knuckleblade's chance to shine. He might get a chance to play.
Butcher Org will hopefully make an appearance.
Mantis Rider, you'd be able to play Mantis Rider. It'll be really good in that. And Onslaught's kind of a cool set, and it's fun to put those cards together as they were never initially meant to be put together. Yet they still maintain the cohesiveness that Magic provides. The game may change a little bit, but the cards can still be played together, and it'll be neat to see what people come up with. To me, that's like the best part of these random things we do is whenever it's like you see 2 cards interacting together in a strange way, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, that's really cool. I can't believe
try to do that. Yeah,
that's how that works.
Well, like they complained because we're trying to push it in the store because we were able to find these cons packs are going up. as fetches will always kind of drive those things up. And then Onslaught is just expensive because of the original fetches as well. And there's a lot of like, I know the Wizards Commander deck has kind of forced some of those cards to spike because it's a big Wizard-centric it's a tribal set. So with the reprint of these tribes, you have both dragons and wizards living in Onslaught. So it shot that price up a lot from a store standard. So it's cool we were in a point where we found this tournament pack, and it's like such a weird little item that I guess it doesn't sell well. So we found that at a really good price, and we found the BFZ or the cons packs at a really good price, which led us. So we're giving it at a good price point, so we're trying to push it. But some guy was like, "That's gonna suck. Nothing's gonna work together." And I was like, "Logic dictates you have fetches in one, and kind of what you were saying in the same fetches in another, where it's like." If someone gets those cards, like even if you get two opposing fetches, like it's gotta work, right?
Yeah,
it's just gotta do things.
It's all within the confines of Magic. The same 5 colors are in both products.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not like it's 2 completely different games between, the decade that they were separated by.
But I guess that like because the price is high enough to where like I think people don't. Because no one really know how it will work, the people who are deciding to play are people that are a little bit nostalgic of the format. So it's people really missing Onslaught. And at the price, you can't ever just go to any store and say, hey, let's open up some Onslaught and play or something like that. So it's like, but I think that where we've lost some people is just on people not being willing to like find out what the interaction will be.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, there are a lot of like 3-color red spells in Onslaught. I don't know, or like two green, 7 colorless green spells in Onslaught. But
yeah.
I think I'm willing to give in to the possibilities that the 2 varying sets will have, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like, at the end of the day, you're just playing for fun. It's not,
You're not going anywhere with that deck.
Yeah. It's like, it's not a feature match. It's not this, that, or the other. While competitive Magic has its place, that's not necessarily like top tier Star City Games feature match or anything like that. It's just your local store having a little fun tournament, and if you're that desperate for a competition, then you know where to get it at. There's no reason to come into the store and dunk on a tournament that we're just like, hey guys, check it out, this is cool, and then it's like, that's stupid, I hate you. Like that's not what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, but I think it's like Onslaught, I remember being like a younger kid and opening like the pre-cons, which I miss the pre-cons a lot. And I often say I miss like where it used to say expert, advanced and stuff. I miss that a lot. It made me feel like I don't think I was good at math for a long time. And so I think being like getting ripped on by your teacher being like, yo Josiah, you're bad at math, and then like going to the mall and seeing a pack that says like expert, I'm like, screw you, teach.
Yeah,
I'm smart.
I know it's damn.
I'm gonna miscalculate how much money I owe this person, and then
they're gonna take some of my change.
They're gonna take some of my change, but by golly, I'm gonna get that pre-con. But at the time, having played or bought Tempest packs and bought Torment packs and stuff like that, I remember Onslaught being like a kid and even being like, damn, this Titanic Volvox is a 7/6 for 8. Like that.
What do you do?
Yeah, like people. I think that was a big push in creatures again, and maybe it happened before, but like creatures became really strong in Onslaught, and it's really like with the small creep Magic has like Elderly Brawn 9/9 for 8. Like you're kind of getting this like charging Montresor. He's 5 for a 5/5 with haste and trample. So we're kind of in this new era where creatures are getting really big and fun again. And so I remember Onslaught, I was just like, yo. These creatures are crazy, and probably Cons was like that too. The whole Cons block has some really good, crazy creatures in it.
All of the weird tribal creatures, the tribal color creatures, like I said, Siege Rhino and Siege...
like Abzan, Mardu, and stuff like that.
Yeah, all those guys, and like Savage Knuckleblade, I think, was still, like, next to Siege Rhino, Savage Knuckleblade, I think, was like number 2 in, like, power. He just didn't get as much backup in team or
his
colors.
Name sucked too.
Yeah. He didn't get a lot of backup in his color, and Mantis Rider like just was just as good, but the Jeskai package was a little better. Jeskai Ascendancy combo was weird, so but we'll actually see now without under the crucible of Onslaught if
Yeah.
those cons tribes exactly how they work out.
Yeah, that will be an interesting thing, is seeing that kind of the tribes, those 3-color combinations, and how well they'll hold up. Because luckily, like, they developed that over the course of, like, what are these 3 identities, what are they in common, and what do they kind of fall away. But like cons creatures, I built a Surak the Dragonclaw commander deck, and like Temur, not abnormally strong in commander, like everyone's doing like Infinite and Esper and stuff like that, or like Jeskai, Narset decks are really strong. But like every once in a while, I'll just beat someone down with Temur creatures in commander,
Yeah.
and people are like, yo, that deck's not as bad as we thought it was. So yeah, it's just like,
I've got a Surak deck, and like Surak making sure they can't be countered and give them trample, and then Stonebrow gives everything with trample +2/+2, and then you buff everybody up, get a huge line of dudes, and then you play Savage Beating or something and just
beat them down.
kill everyone.
So it's like we're basically playing that on Saturday. We're gonna open some tournament packs and some booster packs and just build pseudo EDH Temur beatdown, or just
Yeah.
crazy creature, crazy spells. It'll be a good time. But yeah, like I said, I think hopefully every Tuesdays around 2 or 1, you're gonna have Bobby and I just talking about the more fringe stuff in Magic, giving you our opinions, and hopefully just kind of playing Magic and in its purest, funnest form, just from behind the counter, I guess. When you have this many cards at your disposal, like, you find that you're not really just building the strongest decks, is more you're building the most fun decks.
Yeah.
And that's kind of our perspective, I think.
Yeah, when you have access to every ingredient, you just cook what you want.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
It's a spicy dish.
Like I don't know how many people out there have worked at fast food, but like eventually after the first 2 weeks in a fast food restaurant, you're like sick of the normal menu items, so you start putting like grilled cheeses inside your hamburgers and stuff.
That's where
like,
we're at.
Yeah, we're to the point where, man, cooking the main menu items for other people every week, all week, it kind of sucks because we don't want to eat that now. We want to like make up our own dish, you know?
Yeah. So, and like, I guess I'll give a little overview, because a lot of this fun stuff we do, like League, we do throughout the week. We do Pauper. We do drafts 2 nights a week. We do very like highly competitive Modern once a week. We do competitive and non-competitive EDH or Commander. So like at Level Up, we do a lot of this stuff already that allows Bobby and I to get in the headspace to be like, okay, your deck's really good, you're definitely going to beat me, but what's the kind of goofy, dirtily, janky version of what you're doing? And so come on down, explore it for yourself, or tell us what we're doing wrong or right.
Oh, I'm sure they'll tell us what we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
wrong.
I'm literally going over, I'm about to go back to work and get told what I'm doing wrong. But
Dear the Spice Rack,
yeah,
you guys suck.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. I hope we really get to do things, and of course, you know, if you see the deck and you like it and you're like, oh man, I'd like to get that, we'll have lists available for you. You can come and request the list. Oh,
I won't tech this deck because
Yeah, no.
you already saw this guy. He's my guy. I did a lot of countless battles. So there's no tech on a League deck. It's literally just what are the best cards in what colors. But yeah, I think that probably in the future iterations there will be some techs, or we're willing to like give you all that information if it's something you really want to play.
You just come in the store and like, I saw this deck on the Spice Rack. It looks cool. I want to play it. What's the list? We'll give you our list. If you want to build the deck, we can help you get the cards. You know, like, it's we want to be a resource. We'll probably just make you worse at Magic.
Yeah. Well, I think that I remember our first talk about this is just like we're actively trying to build fun decks. So like people playing Modern, they always talk about, you know, a new standard card has come out. How can we break it? We're actively going to show you how to break it, but it won't work. And so probably you won't be asking us for the deck list as more as you'll be giving us better options. You'll probably just say, hey, just play Esper Death Shadow, or hey, if I was you, I would put this, this, and this as opposed to this, this, and this in the deck. So that'll be fun for, I think, for people just wanting to brew and stuff with us.
And if we ever start out and we haven't shuffled the decks on stream, then you know it's staged.
Yeah.
We're just going to make it work so you can see it. Then we're going to be like, whoa, look how cool we are. We did it. You know, like we'll get all 5 pieces of Exodia out and show you. You know,
Ooh.
yeah,
That's a topic for another day, but we've been exclusively watching Yu-Gi-Oh! In the store.
yeah.
And there's nothing better than like, okay, we sell mostly Magic cards, we play Magic, we don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But there's something just kind of off about seeing a case filled with beautiful inventions and invocations and fetch lands, and just hearing Yugi Moto slam a 9,000 on the board. So if you just want some entertainment, if you want a free place to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! On demand.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know how to play it. I never played it. And I'm pretty sure the anime has shown me how not to play it.
Yeah.
Like, how it doesn't work.
They cheat.
Yeah, Yugi's always playing two-headed giant. Like,
Yeah.
always. Even if you're not against him.
But I guess, like I said, thanks for tuning in today. And this is kind of, it wasn't a more experimental one. It was just us playing League. Hopefully telling you about League and how maybe if you run a shop, it's a cool thing. Or maybe if you had thought about playing or make your local store start playing League. It's a really fun way. Super simple, limited play. But yeah, tune in again when we talk about something else goofy or play some other format in a really janky way.
Also, like, comment, subscribe. What else do they say in those videos? Chat.
We can't see the chat, but if you'd like to chat,
Double tap on your screen. I don't know, like.
throw your phone away.
Yeah, throw your phone away.
That's
what you do. Don't ever watch us again. That's how you get new viewers, right? You tell them what to do.
Yeah,
and
they
do the
like
opposite.
that. You guys like that, right?
Yeah, just don't ever watch us. It's dumb. We suck. It'll make me feel better to know that no one's watching.
Yeah, and I think that here at Level Up and the employees of Level Up are going to start streaming a lot more. This is the Spice Rack with Bobby and I. I think on Saturday nights I'm going to start doing a board game night. We also do Shopkeeper's Quest with Steven and a few other guys that help around the store. And we'll probably be doing more stuff throughout. Like I think last Friday you did feature matches in here. That's actual people from our community beating Bobby down.
Yeah, it's fun.
He got pummeled by
everyone.
But like there's a 9-year-old who plays and she's like very good.
Yeah.
And like I hope no one was like, oh, he's letting her win. Like he didn't. She's very good. You can come here. She'll whoop your ass. I promise you. She's very good.
Yeah, like the cats are real.
Yeah, the cats are real. She's a really good Magic player. And so that's a day where for once it's not just us, it's other people coming and kind of flexing within our confines. So that's always fun to watch. Just strangers play Magic at a competitive level.
I like to ask them questions about, why are you playing that? Where'd it come from? What you doing with it? How's it going tonight? What you played against? What you lost to? How did you beat me so bad? I actually asked Sydney if she was going to sideboard, and she said, "No, I'm fine."
She didn't need to. She'd swept game 1.
Yeah,
she was gonna get game 2,
and she did.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I think it's about quitting time for us this time. But once again, thanks for watching us play League. Thanks for tuning in if you did. Hit us with any suggestions if you have any. Tell us some cool other formats we might not know about so we can wreck those and build bad decks in those.
Yeah.
I'm Josiah.
And I'm Bobby, and we're still new at this. We'll get it. Like, I don't know, it feels really awkward to be like, I'm Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby hates it. We both hate ourselves a little bit of like self-deprecating, so it's weird to be like on screen and talking to a camera.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get it.
To be like, yeah, you guys, it's a privilege for you to watch us.
It's not. It will be a privilege when you see like my sick Sultai DC deck if I ever play that on stream.
Oh jeez, what is that?
She's the one that mills and creates zombies.
Yeah.
That deck.
Is that EDH?
Yeah. But that deck's just funny, and I often whoop people with that deck.
Oh god, we gotta do like terrible tribal decks too. Like we gotta do like monocolor bad tribal.
I want to build birds really bad. Because birds, there's enough support. Throughout the course of Magic, there's so many freaking birds, but it can't be good.
Every time that I've tried to build birds, I end up in soldiers.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing birds anymore, so I just give up.
Yeah.
So,
No,
anyways.
I'm going to go hardcore bird soldier. But yeah, anyways.
Let's through the magic of television, let everyone watch me come over to the computer, lean over, and stop the stream.